Hello, good evening. Welcome to Live in Conversation. My name is Daphnée Antoine, and I am live in conversation with Attorney Camilien. Hello, Daphne.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. So once again, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So we are live every Wednesday to share information pertinent to our community, the Haitian community, as well as the immigrant community. I'm Daphne Antoine, and I am the founder and president of Compassion for Transformation Incorporated. I'll have you introduce yourself, Attorney Chameleon.
Sure, I'm Daphnée Camilien of Chameleon Law.
Awesome. So our show is for informational purposes only. So I'm gonna have Attorney Chameleon go ahead and share the disclosure with us.
Sure, I am an attorney. Anything I say uh, does not enter anyone into any type of attorney-client relationship. And Renee is a financial entrepreneur. Anything she says does not create any type of fiduciary duty between you and Renee. If you want to seek us out personally, you can. She'll have the information at the bottom. And the show tonight is for entertainment and information purposes only.
Awesome, awesome. I'm excited. um so thank you for joining us. As you can see, we are swimming to StreamYard. It's a very great tool for those of you who may want to have your own show. So that's what was showing earlier. So to get started, we're gonna have our immigration segment with Attorney Chameleon, and then hello to those of you joining us. We appreciate it.
Sure. So, immigration news has been very busy in the last couple of weeks. So, there's a couple of things going on right now. First, the Biden administration passed the infrastructure bill. And if you guys know, for weeks we've been talking about there was supposed to be some type of immigration reform in the bill, but the bill got split into two bills. So one is the infrastructure bill and the other one is the reconciliation bill. So the infrastructure bill has been passed. Now it's on to the reconciliation bill. So initially, when they were talking about immigration reform, they discussed a pathway for citizenship for people who had DACA, TPS, migrant workers, and essential workers. That was taken out because the Democrats and Republicans could not agree. Now, the latest I heard is that instead of having that in the bill, they wanted to do something where they would give people work authorization for 5 years, which would be significantly different because most programs have people who are eligible, like TPS, DACA. People who are eligible for work authorizations, they have to renew after every 2 years. So 5 years of being able to work and not having to renew would make a difference. But it's not a pathway to citizenship. So we'll see what's going to end up happening because immigration is so charged. If you look at the news, you see people cannot agree, and the immigration reform is needed. The immigration system is broken. It takes people years and years to come here. That have been approved for a visa. So I mean, I think everyone can agree the system needs an overhaul, but it's just how it gets done. What gets through is what they can agree on. So we just have to stay tuned for that. Next thing is DACA. So DACA has been, and that's the deferred action for childhood arrivals. That is for the dreamers, the kids who came here, the people who came here as kids who are undocumented, giving them a pathway to citizenship. That's what's been on people have been asking for, but DACA just gives them some type of safety because they have DACA protection. They won't be deported if they don't commit a crime, and they'll be given the opportunity to work. So DACA is a really important program. Under the past administration under Trump, he wanted to cut DACA. It was a lot of lawsuits. Biden came in there, reinstated things. Then there was a lot of lawsuits. So it's a lot of litigation. So what Biden's planning to do is come up with a new DACA rule. right? And so basically, it would be pretty much a new DACA. A lot of the criteria, it's the same criteria as before. It's just would be a completely new rule under the Biden administration, and it would give people who previously, it would give people more protection. So people who have DACA right now, they're allowed to renew. But people who qualify for DACA, who've never had DACA, cannot get DACA. And that's because there's so many lawsuits pending. So it's not open. So that's something that people need to be paying attention to, especially if you are eligible for DACA. Please take this opportunity once it's the new DACA rule comes out, which may be in a couple of months. Please take this opportunity to go ahead and register for DACA. The other immigration news is the H2a Visa Program for certain countries, such as Haiti. Is well, it's open to Haiti, right? So H2 visa is American. It's American companies in the United States that can hire farm workers in other countries, right? And it's special. It's very different from like H-B visa, because these visas are they designate which countries they can hire these farm workers for. And Haiti used to be a part of this country, a part of the list of countries. But when the Trump administration came in, he took Haiti off the list. And so if the U.S. designates you as a part of the list of countries, then the U.S. Then obviously you can apply on a U.S. company, can apply for you, and the person in that other country can come here. So it's good that the Haitian people have been put back on this list. And so if U.S. companies are looking for farm workers, they can go ahead and get a special visa for the people to come here. And back to you, Renee.
That is awesome. I mean, those are some pretty good news.
Yeah.
So with the you said DACA is now no, I'm not DACA. The temporary protection status is 5 years.
No, that's what they are. So when the next bill that the Biden administration is trying to get out, the reconciliation bill, that's what they're asking for, right? So they're saying, okay, if you're not going to give people a pathway to citizenship, let them get 5 years. So people with TPS, DACA, all those type of people, let them work for 5 years. So but immigration is such a hot topic and a big fighting issue. It would have to pass the House of Representatives and the Senate in order to pass.
Yes.
So we just have to wait and see.
So let's be hopeful.
Right.
Yes. And even with like Haiti being Haitians in Haiti being added to the farmers workers, you said, that's good news as well.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, especially we saw what's happening recently. So I think it's a pathway for people to come work and earn a living. So that's awesome. Anything else you wanna add?
Nope, that's it. That's it.
Okay, well, you just went ahead and shared a lot of good news with us. And so for those of you or those of us who may wanna um utilize Daphnée Camilien service, you can see her information is scrolling on the bottom. It's chameleonlaw.com, and her phone number is 847-410-9022. 847-410-9022. So Attorney Camilien is in Chicago. We are in Chicago. However, immigration law is federal, which means regardless of where you are, she can serve you. That's correct?
That's right. That's correct.
That's right. And also, you want to maybe talk briefly about HALA, the Haitian American Lawyer Association. I know you are part of that, and kind of like ways you all are responding to the Haitian migrants coming to the U.S., especially in the Chicago area.
Yeah, sure. So we are in the Chicagoland area. HALA, which is Haitian American Lawyers Association, there's a few chapters in different states in the East Coast, Florida. So basically, for the Haitian migrants that are coming to the Chicagoland area, what we have been doing is once we find out there's a family here, we will go ahead and reach out to the family. We will assist them in trying to help them get legal representation, because the people who come here who are what they call paroled into the United States don't have status, and so they will be filing for asylum, and so they're going to need legal assistance. So we try to get them attorneys, or just link them up with organizations that can probably assist them with their cases, and then we go from there. Yeah, so that's about it. And so if anybody is interested in translation services like volunteering, things of that nature, that would be very helpful. And also, any attorneys out there who want to volunteer to take asylum cases, that would be, I can hook them up with an organization that helps the migrants directly as well.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And so, if you are listening to our live right now, and maybe you know of uh, a family who just came to Chicago and who may need assistance, feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to Attorney Camillion. The Chicago Coalition of Haitian Organization is also a great resource. So we wanna be able to help. We want to help. However, we need to know who needs help.
Right, and
Okay.
one more thing, the services that we're trying to link people up with are pro bono, which means free services. So it's where it's in the early stages, so we encourage as many people as possible. It's very competitive out there because there's a lot of people who need help, right? And so asylum is something that takes a long time. So it's when I say the process takes a long time, but the clock is ticking, because the minute you get to the U.S., you have 1 year from the day you arrive to actually apply for asylum. So people need to get lawyers, help them with their applications, get their cases together, and start the process.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for clarifying that. And so I think that's gonna be a good segue to my segment, because right now we are talking about ways that we can support Haitians, in the U.S. or in the Chicagoland area. Um, and then some of the reason that the Haitian migrant crisis came along is because of the crisis that's currently in Haiti. And I know we talked about it a few times. We're not gonna go into details. So now we want to talk about how we can go ahead and help Haitians in Haiti. So this is gonna be my segment, and I'll see you in a few minutes, Attorney Chameleon.
No
And
problem.
in the meantime, you can go ahead and share it on your Facebook
Yep.
and different platforms. All right. Hello again to all of you joining us. My name is Daphnée Antoine. I am the founder and president of Compassion for Transformation Incorporated. So we are a new organization that was registered this year in Illinois. We are still working on our 501c3, so we do have a fiscal agent, which is my church, Northside Church of God in Uptown. Um, and so I just want to briefly talk to you about who we are, what we do, and how you can support us. So I'm just gonna share a quick PowerPoint. I'm a visual learner. Hopefully you are too. And then kindly share this as you are watching. Yes, please, please go ahead and share our live so more people can know about who we are, what we do, and how we are helping our community. Because we've sharing resources, and we want more people to know about those resources. So let's do that again. All right. Here we are. And Daphne, if you don't mind, let me know if you see my slide.
Yes, I can see it.
You can see it? Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I talk about Compassion for Transformation Incorporated. This is the name of the organization. Our mission is Gideon Empowerment Mission. So, through Gideon Empowerment Mission, short for GEM, it's it's a program to help children, youth, and adults in Haiti through various education, employment, and entrepreneurship opportunities. So basically, this is our mission to work in partnership with children, youth, and adults in Haiti to transform their lives by collaborating on education, employment, and entrepreneurship initiative. Because we believe that if we help people with those three aspects, they'll be able to sustain themselves, sustain their families, and sustain their communities. So it's an investment in the country to families. So that being said, we do work with 5 locations in Haiti. So we have partners and those different locations that we work with and that we support. So currently it's Savo, Altibonite, Jacmel, Jeremy, and Port-au-Prince. So these are the 5 locations that we want to go ahead and support this coming December. And the goals of our mission this December is to provide 100 tuition scholarship to primary school students. So this is our education initiative. So the education initiative is to help children who may not be able to pay their school fees. And then when I mean children, I'm talking about primary and secondary. So here we say elementary school and high school students to pay for the tuition costs to attend school. And then we also have a 30 tuition scholarship to vocational school students, meaning that once a child or a young adult graduates and they want to go learn a trade, okay, so we want to be able to help them with that by providing scholarships to them so they can gain the skills, like learn the skills that they need to either employ themselves or to find employment or to either start a business. So we want to provide 30 vocational school tuition scholarships. And that's our employment initiative. And our entrepreneurship initiative is we want to assist entrepreneurs with launching or sustaining a current business, meaning that if an individual wants to start a business, they don't have the finance to start. We want to be able to provide them with microloans to either launch the business, or maybe they currently have a business and everything that's going on in Haiti right now, and maybe the funds are depleted. We want to help them to sustain the business. The reason that we decide to do microloans is because not only is so that everybody can have skin in the game, but it also a way for that we can support additional entrepreneurs. So as those loans are being repaid, then we can assist more entrepreneurs. So it's like a never-ending cycle. And as always, we've been doing food distribution. I've done food distribution just recently to help the victims of the survivors of the recent earthquake. We just did that. Obviously, it's the holiday coming. We do want to help 500 families with food and hygiene kits. And we also want to help 500 children with holiday toys. So that's basically our goals. And how you can help. You can help by being a partner or an ambassador. Obviously, we know that a lot has been going on lately, but if you are an individual, or maybe you are a business owner, maybe you are an entrepreneur, and you just heard our mission and it resonates with you, and you want to help, we have various sponsor or partner level where you can go ahead and support this mission. We have the pearl level at $300, the ruby level at $1,000, the emerald at 3,000, and the sapphire at 5,000. And then the other option is to be ambassador. So maybe you want to help, however, you don't have the fund yourself. So you can go ahead and either connect us to your employer, or maybe you can request work with your employer to see if they can be able to donate on your behalf, or maybe you can fundraise it yourself. So as an ambassador, there are various ways that you can raise the funds so it doesn't come little out of your pocket, but you're still a partner because you are helping us secure the fund needed to complete this mission. So these are some of the ways that you can help us. And obviously, sharing is caring. So if you want to share this live as well, and somebody else see it, and maybe they have the resources to help us, that's a great way that you can help us as well. Um, so again, so this tells you exactly what your partner level kind of like what it supports. So if you were to select a pearl right now, that means that you are supporting one primary school student um, scholarship. And if you were to select the ruby, then we are able to assist two young adults to with tuition scholarship for a vocational school. And the emerald is basically adding the number of children and young adult that you can help. And then the sapphire is the same thing. So the higher the level, the more people that we can help. And next. And again, currently our fiscal agent is the Northside Church of God. And then so that way you can, if you want to donate, you can go to www.nschurchofgod.org. So you're gonna click give, and then the fund to select is Compassion for Transformation. So when you select Compassion for Transformation, we know that it is for the mission, it is for other organization, and you can also make a check payable to Northside Church of God. Again, include Compassion for Transformation in the memo so that we know that you want to support the families in Haiti. And the address is 55145 North Broadway Avenue, Chicago, Illinois 60640. Again, because of our partnership right now with the Northside Church of God, your donations are tax deductible. That's it. In regards to that, we just wanted to give you an opportunity to let you know what we are doing. And then if that's something that resonates with you, you can go ahead and help us. And I was gonna put, I mean, I did feature me, but I didn't put the link. So I'm gonna do it one more time right here. Yep. So back to you, Daphne. Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
You can see me?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. All right, we are back. So let me see if we have comments. Yay, my sister's watching. She says,
Uh-huh.
beautiful ladies, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Anything you want to add? It's 9 o'clock as we wrap up.
No, just as people are considering, we are getting to the end of the year. It is Thanksgiving coming up too, so we understand. But um, you will take. Let me ask you this: putting you on the spot. So, if someone, if will you take any donation?
So right now I'm hesitant with taking donation. I mean, if depends on what it is, and then if we have the resource to ship it, then I
No, no,
will do
no.
that.
Financial, any amount.
Oh yes, of course. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
We take any. Okay, I'm sorry. No. So yeah, any donation is acceptable. I mean, obviously, I understand people's situation. So you can never give. I mean, you can only give out of what you have, and if that's
right.
what you have, definitely we take any amount. So what I was sharing was a sponsors level donation. Okay. Yeah, and then again, the for those of us who may not have who may not have the funds to be a sponsor, you can then be an ambassador and then connect maybe with some people or with different organization, even your church. If you know your church support organization, you can let them know about this mission, about this project, and hopefully that's something that they can get on board with. Any other question?
No, that's it.
That's it. Well, thank you again to all of you who shared and who showed up and who comment. Thank you to my sister. Thank you to Attorney Camillian, who always here to share information with us, especially immigration news with us. And so again, if you need her service, or you know somebody who may need her service, I'm just gonna put her contact information again. That's 847-410-9022, 847-410-9022, or you can reach her at chameleonlaw.com. Chameleonlaw.com. And if you want to support the mission trip and you want to support Haitian families, you can go ahead and make any amount of donations to nschurchofgod.org and select fund Compassion for Transformation. That's it for today. Daphnée Antoine and Daphnée Camilien signing out. Any last word?
No, good night and see you next week.
Good night and see you all next week. Bye bye.